We're on the record in cause number 324594. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Corey Sean Graves. Mr. Graves, would you come forward? Mr. Graves, your full name is Corey Sean Graves?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Graves?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. Mr. Graves, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith. In your case, Mr. Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Smith, Mr. Graves' case is set on the court's announcement docket. Do you have an announcement that you would like to make on behalf
Yes,
of
Your
the
Honor,
client?
we need about a 30-day reset in order to get one additional document that I need to get to the prosecution.
Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, when the court coordinator comes back in, we'll give you a reset date. Now, let me ask you this here, Mr. Graves, when you were in court before, did the court give you bond conditions?
Yeah, just a call or the bond gave me.
No, I'm saying the court. Did I give you bond conditions?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to give you some bond conditions in this court, in this case. And the bond conditions give you this here so he can just kind of read along and we'll give him a signed copy. Mr. Graves, do you see the document that you have before you is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go over this document, which it says, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body, and that's pursuant to Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 14.44, subsection A2 and subsection C2. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim in the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim, Pamela Donald. Do you understand that condition?
Your Honor,
We have a child together, and we're civil now. Like, it was just an argument a while. We're civil now.
and that document that I referred to earlier, Your Honor, is again, in fact, the alleged victim has contacted the DA's office and said that he wants to back off of this.
Yeah.
And we're just getting all of that in writing.
Okay. But let me do this here. You said y'all have a child together. You on the child support?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think in that child support order, it states that any competent adult can be used in the exchange of
My mother. Yes.
or yeah, but I'm just saying that there's a provision in the order that you could adhere to without violating this order, is what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
And your attorney, who is quite competent in family law matters, he can advise you as to that. And so with that being in mind, I'm gonna keep this provision in there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 4 does not apply because that only applies in a DWI second or higher case. Your case is not a DWI. Okay, so Mr. Smith, your case needs to get reset, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give us a reset date.
Announcement or please?
Announcement.
Another announcement, May 5th.
Okay, so it's gonna be reset to May 5th. I'm going to, before you leave, Mr. Graves, no, yeah, you're going to get a copy, a signed copy of this order.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you can stand over there, your attorney could get your reset, and before you leave, you get a signed copy of this order.
Mr. Smith, you can come sign for me.